Okay, Calvin Trout will probably be here tonight watching that men's game, but I wanted to take a little bit of time and talk about this Blackhawk grad who, folks, graduated from this wonderful college in 1983, and he was chosen by the Board of Trustees as Geneva's 12th president since 1848. He, of course, in 1989 returned to academia, earning a master's degree in 1991 and a PhD in 1994 in speech communications from Pennsylvania State University. He served on the faculties of Penn State, Pennsylvania, and Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana, before returning to the Department of Communications Studies at Duquesne University, of course, in Pittsburgh. Guy's got an incredible resume, but he's got a lot of passion. And boy, talk about a hometown person that is the perfect person for this job, and what he has done so far, I think, is very evident, right?
Dr. Trout is able to talk to a variety of people on their level, whether it's in academic circles, whether it's in fundraising, whether it's in football. He played center for a very good friend of ours, Coach Joe Hamilton.
Who, by the way, Joe Hamilton played football at Geneva, too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. But no, Calvin's got vision, and he's a local product that wants to see Geneva in the local community.
I actually saw Jack Fullen earlier tonight in Chippewa, but I was afraid to go up to him.
Why? Because of high school.
Well, because I'm thinking maybe he's thinking I was playing hooky or something,
because of high school.
Anyway, now with the WPIL doing great stuff.
Right.
Dr. Trout, by the way, and his wife Amy, 4 daughters, 3 son-in-laws, 2 grandchildren, members of Grace Reformed Presbyterian Church of Gibsonia, and really a great addition to this college. And we will, down the road, I'm sure, have a chance to talk to him. Now, let's look at New England and Jacksonville, the early game, Westwood One Radio, CBS Television, KDK TV 2. It's Brady against Bortles, and I mean a whole lot of experience at the age of 40 against a 25-year-old guy. But I got to tell you, if I'm the Patriots, and Ted Arnott brought this up, I'd have much rather than playing the Steelers in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville's, they've gotten better. I mean, they're on fire. And the truth is, Jacksonville's defense is better than Pittsburgh's defense. There's no question about it. With what happened, even though, they gave up a lot of points. Dick Haley yeah, him too. Yeah, I knew I was going to say that.
That's okay.
We need to bring Dick Haley back.
That's okay.
But Haley gets fired, and they scored 42 in a playoff game and lose. Bottom line is this: they can run the football.
Yeah, Leonard Fournette had 109 yards in this game
on a bum ankle.
I know, and I mean, not to say that Deion Lewis isn't a good back and utility player, especially when you need him in a pinch or coming out of the backfield. But you look at as far as the stamina and the strength of Leonard Fournette against just about anybody, even Le'Veon Bell. I mean, it's an equal playing field, and he can literally dominate a football game, and he did it against the Steelers.
I heard this on 93.7, The Fan,
yes.
And I don't think our friend Jeff Hathorn actually made this comment, but he probably gave it to one of his guys there. Tom Coughlin is one of the best football coaches in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
He is running the Jaguar organization, and he had a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea on how to beat the New England Patriots. And I think that may be under the table that people aren't looking at.
I actually talked to Jeff about that earlier this week, and he said, physical brand of football. That's what Tom Coughlin is all about. And I'll tell you, he has made Blake Bortles, along with their head coach, into an NFL future first-time, first-team, and maybe eventually Hall of Fame quarterback. This kid was the guy that everybody said, if we could just find someone to replace him, we'll be there. They don't need to replace him. They better hope they can hang on to this kid.
No, they've built this system around the run game and the different formations they use as far as unbalanced, things like that. I'm real impressed. And the thing that people don't realize about Bortles is that he gets out of trouble. I'm telling you. I mean, people make fun of the fact that he ran for. I did. He ran for more than he threw last week. Mm-hmm. But I'm telling you, he threw some balls. He threw some balls Sunday that were on the money, and Coughlin knows what he's doing. He really does.
And one more thing about Saxonville. Calais Campbell, big, strong, fast, 14 sacks on the year.
Sure.
He beat up the Steelers' offensive line. 9 years in the league and no signs of slowing down. Out of Miami, he was the 19th pick in the second round. Now, let's get going to the dream season of the Minnesota Vikings. And I was alluding to earlier this week about guys like Bud Grant, Fran Tarkenton, Alan Page,
Bud
Chuck Foreman.
Grant.
I mean, and hey,
Bud Grant went out there.
a young man who played football on this field by the name of Dwight Collins said, Bud Grant, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And that was the last time that he said that, but he actually was drafted. He was a great football player, Dwight Collins, by the Minnesota Vikings. And if that scenario happens today, they probably call Dwight back more than once because he was a
doubt.
great player.
Great player.
But anyway, you think of all of those great, Carl Eller, to have a chance now, and Ron Jaworski and Dick Vermeil and Ron Poe James from New Brighton, the Philadelphia Eagles. This is my kind of football game, and it's going to be at 640 Westwood One Radio, 93.7 The Fan.
I love it because you got two guys at quarterback, right? This is a quarterback league.
Nick Foles.
Okay, Nick
Case
Foles.
Keenum.
All right, and Casey Keenum. I mean, these guys, they were on the bench in the first game of the season. And here they are, ready to get their team into the Super Bowl. I love it because to me, it epitomizes the team sport of football. And I think if you really look at the four teams that are left, these four teams epitomize that whole mantra of it. It really is about team. It's about team. I know Tom Brady is like, the best player that ever played football, next to Red Grange or whoever.
Red Grange.
Red Grange. But it's about team, and defense is part of it.
Okay, now we know that Minnesota has a quarterback, but they got this guy by the name of Stephon Diggs, who had 61-yard touchdown that he scored in the waning moments of that game against New Orleans. But Latavius Murray is a strong running back as well. But LeGarrette Blount, he is a banger. This guy will wear you down. So you kind of give the edge at running back
To
fill that. Yeah, right.
Plus, we've got Wisniewski at left guard. He's back, and his dad coached here, so we're rooting for the Eagles there.
Now
They can run the ball. I'm telling you.
yeah.
They can run the ball.
All right. So what do you think?
They're in Philadelphia.
Now, if Carson Wentz was there and taking nothing away from Nick
We've
Foles,
been talking about this.
No.
Right. Somehow, I just think I'd love to see Minnesota in the Super Bowl.
in Minnesota.
In Minnesota against an AFC team like the Patriots, because I'm thinking this may be an advantage. I got to tell you, flat out, I don't want to see the Patriots with another Super Bowl trophy. I don't think there's anybody in Pittsburgh that wants to see that. So really, I'm up for this. I want whoever can beat the Patriots to win in Philadelphia.
Okay, enough said. Ladies and gentlemen, until next week at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop in Beaver with the Coach Gino DeMarco, I am Rob Pratt, and to all of my friends in this great community of Beaver Falls, I really love your city. Good night.